Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Midweek War. It's me. I'm here, Mad Mike, here to talk some NXT, and we're getting ever so close to take over Toronto. Very excited. It's gonna be a really fun show. This week's show was pretty great. We got to see the semifinals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, and oh boy, there was a lot of tag team action. So my word for this week's NXT is going to be revival. I'll get to that in a second. But we had a lot of tag team action this week. We had two big matches. TM61 versus Sanity and the Authors of Pain versus hashtag DIY. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. So I'm going to get to my good this week, which is not either of those things. I mean, they were good, but my good has to go to Samoa Joe. Has to go to Mr. Samoa Joe or Samoa Joseph. We had a contract signing for his match against Shinsuke Nakamura. And while I feel that this match should have some kind of stipulation on it, the contract signing was amazing. NXT always seems to bring new wrinkles to contract signings. Other wrestling programs should take note of that. But it was just really fun. Like, you see Nakamura in the ring. There's tons of security out there. They formed a barrier between where Nakamura would be signing and where Joe would be signing. It was fantastic. But Joe, when he's introduced, comes out with his own table, his own chair, and a microphone, and sets it up on the ramp and makes William Regal bring the contract down to him. Just a really fun segment. Samoa Joe is probably doing some of the best work of his career right now. He's really on a different level than I think even than he was in his prime in TNA. It's just so much fun to watch him do his stuff now. The bad this week, I'm going to give to the predictability of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Yeah, last week I wasn't able to be on. I was watching Doctor Strange. I was watching this guy. Yeah. But last week the Revival didn't wrestle DIY. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, so DIY is going to be facing the Revival for the tag titles at TakeOver. Because TakeOver didn't have a lot of matches on it. And yeah, so if you can figure out that DIY is going to get their tag team title shot again, they're probably going to lose to the Authors of Pain, which if the Authors of Pain win, they're clearly not going to go up against Sanity because that would be two heel teams in the finals. So TM61 has to win. Again, these matches were great. There was a lot of fun to them. But it was just a little too predictable. And I don't expect that from NXT a lot of times. I kind of hope they buck some of the trends. But, I mean, it is what it is. We're going to get two fun tag team matches at TakeOver. We're going to get... William Regal did announce that the Gargano and Ciampa versus Revival match is 2 out of 3 falls. Which, okay, bravo. I'm all in. I'm all in. I love that NXT seems to develop for their tag team feuds, like the final feud ender is a 2 out of 3 falls match. It's great. They did it with American Alpha and Revival. They did it with I want to say Vaudevillains and Blake and Murphy, I think. But yeah, like, they've established that as a thing, and it's really awesome because who doesn't love a good 2 out of 3 falls match? Yeah. Okay, so my change this week, it goes to the women's match, and I like Ember Moon. Ember Moon is fine. I can't wait until she eventually realizes that, hey, I could probably beat Asuka. But Rachel Ellerling, let's just stick with the name. Let's just stick with something because it's irritating. She's been she's had like 5 different matches. She's already had 3 different names. We can just call her Rachel Ellerling. It's okay that she doesn't associate with her father. In fact, it may even give her more character depth to say, I see what my dad is doing with the Authors of Pain, and I don't want to win like that. Like, it actually may build a little something. But what do I know? But yeah, I hope this is the last name for her, and I hope we can actually see her do things besides jobbing. All right, but yeah, like I said, it felt like a shorter NXT this week because we were establishing the finals for the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, and next week, who knows? It might just be a clip show. NXT tends to do that, especially with big takeovers in mind. Should be interesting. We might get 1 or 2 matches. There's supposed to be the return next week, which I'd like to think is Elias Sampson. I can't really think of anyone who could be returning, unless Breezango just shows up as the fashion police of NXT, which I'd be okay with. But yeah, just a little bit. It was a good show. Good show. Takeover is next week, which is going to be great. I don't know how we're going to cover it yet. I'm going to be working, slinging toys as I do. But I will definitely live tweet Takeover when I get home. So follow us at Mayhem Show. Hit up the hashtag MM for Mad Mike. That's me. I will definitely live tweet Takeover when I get home. I'm going to try and avoid spoilers as best as I possibly can. That will be me not looking at my phone during work, which, let's face it, it's 2016. We have to look at our phones. But anyway, rankings this week. Rankings are going to be a little bit weird for me this week. My DVR decided that I should not watch Impact. I only saw about 40 minutes of Impact. So I'm going to rank based on the 40 minutes I saw. And guess what? NXT still number 2. You thought there was going to be a switch. No, NXT was good this week. It was fun. That contract signing was great. I loved it. I was really excited by it. I can't wait for that match. I hope they have some relaxed rules for that match because there was a lot of plunder happening with Nakamura taking down all security guards and everything. But NXT still number 2 for me this week. Sorry, Lucha's pretty good, you guys. Grave consequences. But so that'll be it for me this week. If you want to follow me, you can hit up me at MadMike4883 on the Twitter machine. You can follow me because apparently I've been blocked by Impact Wrestling. Yes, I'm pretty sure that legitimizes me as a wrestling journalist. You can also hit up at Mayhem Show and go to our Facebook page. Tell us why you're excited for Takeover. If you're excited for the return of Mickie James. Hell, if that's the return next week, if it's Mickie James coming out, that would be awesome. She's never been to NXT before, so it couldn't really be a return. But sure, we can go with that too. So like I said, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook. You can email us at goodtimes@wrestlingmayhemshow.com after Takeover if you have any thoughts, feelings, comments, questions, opinions, anything like that. And so until next week, I'm Mad Mike, and this has been your Midweek War!